Welcome back, dear employees. We are in orbit around another planet. Isn't that something? However, I've just realized, literally just now, that I didn't bring a rocket. So how do I get from the space station to the planet? Unfortunate. Luckily though, celestial gateways are the greatest thing in the world, and I can just go home. Just a quick trip home, gonna pick up my rocket, rebuild it on the space station. To be honest, I don't think I really need a launch pad here at all, because I'm just gonna celestial gateway my way around. So I could probably dig this up and just use it on the space station instead. I think I am gonna do that. But first I need to unentityify this rocket. That's a word now. And I don't know how to do that. Oh, right here. If you shift right click, you can click disassemble. Cool. And now this is a bunch of blocks again. Okay, I'll see you back on the space station. And rocket has been moved. I've also gone ahead and selected the destination to be Euclides Prime. And now all that's left is to take off. And also to make sure that I have my my celestial gateway stuff, which I do. I'm also bringing my nanosuit. I'm pretty sure that I can breathe on Euclides, so I can take off my spacesuit. I'm not going to risk it by going there without a spacesuit. Well, first of all, I would die over here, but I'm also going to make sure that my celestial gateway is down before I take off my spacesuit. Okay, here's Euclides. It's being a little uncooperative. I think it's taking a long time to load the chunks, but hey, we got a ring. This is Halo. Yep, here we are. What the fuck is happening? Hello? That was weird, but cool. What is this? A landing site? Who put this here? No, being for real, it wasn't me, so I don't know. I'm also kind of stuck here. I might have to do this. Cool, we're back. This is pretty cool. It won't let you land on the vitriolic copper sulfate that's everywhere, which by the way is pretty awesome because this stuff can be combined with sulfur to make sulfuric copper solution, which is copper. This is infinite copper. This is an ocean of copper, which is pretty cool. Also, I see palm trees. I'm pretty confident in saying I can take off my my spacesuit. Okay, I'm gonna quickly build to this purple landmass and put down my celestial gateway over there. Cool. This is really cool. It's just grass, but it just, you know, it looks cool. There's pigs here. Employees have made it here before me. That's crazy. This is a lot more tropical than I was expecting it to be. Anyway, I'm gonna put this thing down. Alright, I can make it home. Nice. Now I think I'm going to take my rocket and put it back on the space station. I think that's probably a smart move. And let me, you know what, let's risk it. Cool. I have a lot to do here, so I'm gonna like tidy up a little bit, get prepared a bit more, and I will see you back here in just a minute. I'm ready. Let's do this. There's a couple of things I want from here. First of all, I want to finish all 3 of these quests if I can. The photofission nuclear chamber seems pretty cool, but it needs an off-worldian knowledge fragment, which is found in dungeons here on Euclides. Also found in dungeons are the vitriolic copper sulfate's best source, the vitriolic chicken. That's right, there's a chicken for it. So I don't need to destroy the landscape here with a pump, though that would be funny. And finally, Vintium ore. Yeah, not much to say there. It's an ore, and I want it. I got my prospector scanner here, so the Vintium ore should be pretty easy to find. Yep, here's some already. There's also uraninite and uranium-235 ore, which is pretty nice. So I'm probably going to scoop up a little bit of that if I can. But mostly right now, I want the Vintium. Interesting. There's also a rutile vein that has dense titanium ore. That's pretty nice. Good to know. This is probably a decent source of titanium, I would imagine. Anyway, I'm here for the Vintium, so let's get this done. I actually don't need too many Vintium ores because there is chicken. There's a Vintium chicken that needs a bit of vitriolic copper sulfate and some exquisite Vintium, but this is really cheap and very easy to make. And this just gives me tiny piles of Vintium dust, which isn't incredible, but it'll add up over time. It's going to be passive. And if I actively need Vintium, I can always come here and mine some more. Actually, this gets me quite a few new chickens. So, for example, I also need this for the mana chicken. The quest was unlocked ages ago, but I can only realistically make it now. This needs flawless Vintium, some resonating gems, and also some mana dust. The mana dust I could make, and I probably will have to, because I plan to use it to make the primal chicken. This is also pretty easy to make at this point, and the primal chicken gets me primal enriched eggs, which are pyrotheum, cryotheum, aerotheum, and petrotheum, along with some deuterium. So this is a pretty good egg. This super trivializes my ore multiplication because it just gives me straight up pyrotheum dust. That's pretty nice. So I'm gonna get a little bit of Vintium so I can get all those gems, hopefully. And once I'm happy, I'm gonna go look for a dungeon. Hey, here's a dragon. I should probably stay away from that, huh? Though I have no idea what these dungeon entrances look like. I doubt it's like GTNH where it's just a hole in the ground. It's probably like something like this. That looks like it could be a dungeon. What is that? My game is frozen. Whoa, laggy. Okay, but this does look promising. Ow. Here's a big ass pool of gelid cryotheum. Weird, but okay. There's a lot of chests here, but nothing good in them. Ooh, a color applicator. That's kind of nice. I've been kind of putting off making one of those because I've just been a bit lazy. And this regen potion is pretty handy too. Ooh, here's a vitriolic chicken egg. I almost didn't notice that. And tropinium as well. It's for TNT. Whoa, a lot of stuff. Boots of the Traveler. Creative modifiers. Also some draconic cores. That's pretty nice. I wish I could be left alone for 2 seconds so I can loot. I should probably break these spawners, to be honest, but... Also, an infinity drill. Don't know what that is, but I'm going to take it and investigate. Yeah, there's some nice stuff here. There's some nice stuff here. I'm glad that one of our goals is already accomplished. I feel like this hasn't really generated correctly. Like, what is this? Ooh, a dislocator. I know I need that for some infusion, so I'm going to grab that. A constellation paper with fornax. Don't know what that is, but I'll take it. There's a lot of chests here, man. Okay, looks like I'm kind of out of luck here. I've looked at every single chest, as far as I can tell. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We have got the vitriolic chicken, which is amazing. But I'm still missing the off-worldian knowledge fragment. So I'm going to search around a bit more. Hopefully I can find it. But I don't think this specific dungeon has it. Alright, another dungeon. Ooh, Rune of the Orb. That's pretty nice. What the hell is all this? Wait, fuck. Come on, man. Leave me alone. Alright, got it. I am out of here. Back home. Here's the final haul. 2 vitriolic chickens, 2 resonating wands tuned to Armara and Evitas, which I don't know what effect this has, but cool, I guess. 2 constellation papers for Gelu and Fornax, an axe of the stream that's unbreakable, a Terra Shatterer, rank B, an atomic disassembler, a pickaxe of the Wyvern, an infinity drill, and 2 off-worldian knowledge fragments. Pretty good haul, I think. First things first, let's get some chickens going. So I can now make the mana chicken. I may as well also make the space chicken. I've got to make the Vintium chicken. I've got to make the Latticite chicken. And I've got to make the primal chicken. Oh yeah, and of course I need to set up the actual, vitriolic chicken. Cool, that's 6 new chickens that I've got. That's pretty good. Let's get that going. The new chickens are now in place. I've got my vitriolic ones. These are really nice. These are actually so nice. This has already made me quite a bit of copper and a whole super tank full of sulfuric acid as well as oxygen. Primal chicken is going, building up on deuterium. I've got a bunch of other elemental dusts. The pyrotheum dust is kind of instantly getting consumed because I'm using it for ore proc, but that was expected. Vintium chicken is going. It's making things really slowly. This is very much a passive process. I think it's going to be kind of unusably slow until I get a multi-block centrifuge. That's fine, I guess. Got a little bit of Vintium, a small bit of mana steel and rare earth. It's basically for free, who cares? Next I've got the space chicken. I'm round robining the eggs to 3 different processing methods. So the first is autoclaving with liquid starlight. This makes black quartz. The second is laser engraving with the skystone lens. This makes skystone. And the last is centrifuging it, and then packaging the tiny dusts to make star metal dust. Pretty cool that you get 3 different things from one chicken. And finally, the mana chicken. Lightwell's liquid mana. Which means the mana extrapolator is kind of outdated, superseded. I don't really need this anymore. I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to leave it here just in case I do, but I'm not using it right now. Now, there is one chicken I didn't make, and that is the latticite chicken, because I didn't realize this before, but I need flux. And flux needs antimatter, and antimatter needs a little bit of effort and also some research from me. But just to get a little bit of flux, I can also do this quest, the fluid laser relay quest. That gives me 8 flux. But to make the relay, I need tungsten, which I can get sort of soon once I get to the end. And speaking of the end, there are only a few things I still need. I need some endstone, which is easily made. I need an evil tier, which is an infusion with a bunch of easy to get stuff and some indium. The indium I'm going to get like this through indium concentrate. So I need to set this up. This is an EV chem reactor recipe, but I'm probably going to do it in an LCR because that makes sense. Along with a mixer with sulfuric and galena and sphalerite, which I've been saving. I haven't been processing this because I knew that this was coming. And most of all, I need an end rod. This is actually okay. I need endstone, I need flawless vintium, that's fine. I need phantom bridge reagent, which is pretty easily made, actually. And I need empowered void crystals. This is an agglomeration recipe with mana pearls, flawless coal, and void crystals. And void crystals I get from black crystal shards, which I can get in 2 ways. So I can use a phytogenic insulator and coal dust, and either demon will crystals or tiny gallium to get black crystal shards. And I think I am going to do this. This seems a bit better. But the other way to do it is by macerating orange crystal blocks from the orbital miner. This actually also gives me indium. And I only need 1 indium for the evil tier. So this is kind of a little bit of a bypass. So maybe I'll do this actually. Yeah, I think I will. It's going to be a lot of orange crystal blocks to get 9 tiny piles of indium because it's 10% each and I need 9. So it's like a stack and a half. Okay, that's not that much. I made it sound like it's a lot more than that. But yeah, cool. I'll be back with all the end portal stuff. Oh wait, I didn't talk about how to get endstone. Very simple. Starlight transmutation of moon turf. Pretty chill. I think I'm kind of prepared for this, I hope. I got my nanosuit. I have my weapons repaired. I made some elixirs of regen. I got the materials to make an end celestial gateway, which was very kindly provided by the quest. Thank you, quest. But what's going to happen next is I'm going to make an artificial end portal and immediately get attacked by the end dragon, probably. The artificial end portal is from Random Things, the mod, and it looks a little something like this. And this is maybe not the best place to put it because it's kind of in the center of my base. I can totally see myself falling into this without meaning to, but whatever. So it's a 3x3 of endstone, surrounded by obsidian, with 1 endstone a few blocks up, with an end rod underneath. And then I'm pretty sure I just throw this in. Nope. This might be 1 block too low. How about now? No? Like that? Yeah, that looks right. Alright, this is always trippy to look at, but makes sense. First things first, of course, I'm gonna put down my celestial gateway, so let's hop in. Ow, dude, rude. Rude. Do I need sky access on this whole thing or something? Why isn't this working? Did I build this wrong? Oh wait, shit, it's engraved marble, huh? Nothing a handy dandy chisel can't solve. There we go. Okay, I can't see any stars, but that's fine. This is mostly to come back here. Alright, let's do this fight. To be honest, this is kind of not that bad. I think this is just the vanilla end dragon fight. Ender Dragon? Has it always been Ender Dragon? I thought it was End Dragon. What is this thing? Ow, dude. What the hell are you? Stop lasering me, hello? I was actually really worried this was going to be a lot more difficult. But this is just kind of fly around and kill the Ender Dragon. It's not that bad. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Ow. Cool. That's another trophy. Another major progression goal. Now, as for what to do here in the end, first of all, there are Chaos Islands, and therefore also the Chaos Guardian, and they spawn once in every 5k blocks instead of 10k. In GTNH, which is a much better performing pack, like technically performing pack, I was still lagging out as I traveled there, so I think I'm just going to teleport to those coordinates here, because I don't want to just have to restart my game constantly. And I'm just flying. It's not really anything difficult. Anyway, at these Chaos Islands, you can just mine iridium and palladium and platinum, just straight up. Wait, really? I don't have to do a plat line? For real? It's kind of lame. I love plat line. I'm mostly here for the tungsten, or the tungstate, so this should be pretty easy to find. Here's some molybdenite and wolfenite. That's also something new. So molybdenum. And boom, here's some tungstate. Perfect. Didn't even have to leave the main island. Digging straight down in the end is perfectly safe, right? Yeah, totally. Totally safe. And getting my hands on some tungstate means I can make tungsten, which I can use for tungsten steel, which means I can enter IV. Before I do that, I'm going to take a look at the next major progression goals and see where to go from here. We're surprisingly close to the end. Cool. Hey, wait, we're in the end. Funny joke. Like and subscribe.